The cabin and decks are painted now. I used 3 coats of Interprotect 2000E, which is an epoxy primer. Actually, it's got microscopic pieces of mica in it that make it impervious to moisture. So that would be a good thing for this boat because the fiberglass was quite weathered. I ended up having to sand off the no skid surface that was on the boat because it was all full of paint and in horrible conditions. So I ended up mixing up some the final coat of Interprotect. I put some crushed walnut shells in for a no skid surface, masked off around where all the cleats go and the handrails and any other fittings that go on the boat. So that worked out pretty well. And I made new grab rails out of Starboard, which is a plastic suitable for use on boats. It's UV stabilized and it machines just like wood. Actually, it machines beautifully. These are the old teak grab rails. I really want to have this boat as maintenance free as possible when it's finished, so there's not going to be any exterior woodwork on it. Well, I've got a few things done over the last couple of weeks. I finished off the stem cap and I installed the stainless bow eye. I've got 4 coats of gel coat on the hull. I've marked the waterline. I've got 4 coats of Interlux Interprotect 2000E on the cabin and decks, and I've got no skid mixed in on the decks. I've installed the gunnel rub rail, which was super expensive. I can't believe how much it cost, but what do you do? It's got to be good or not worth doing. What else have I done? I made sliding windows for the part of the cabin where you steer the boat from. It sounds weird calling it a wheelhouse, but so these sliding windows are really good. I used to be in the glass business, as some of you people may know, so some of the stuff is getting harder to get, rubber and the run channels. It's still out there, but people seem to want a fortune for this stuff, even though I remember paying, you know, 50 or 60 bucks for a huge roll of it years ago. Now if you get it on the internet, it's a fortune, but fortunately I was able to drive around some glass shops and found some that had this stuff sitting in the back. I know in our shop, when they moved, they threw out a ton of it, which was terrible. So what else can I show you? Oh, the rudder's all done. It's not exactly the way I'd like it, but it's good enough for now. And I'll show you the sliding windows from the inside. I've got the exhaust all installed and painted with high heat exhaust paint. It's got the little flapper valve on the top to keep the rainwater out. I actually had to move it back about, I don't know, maybe a foot. The exhaust used to come out of the top of the engine box, and now it's going to come out the back, and it's going to be behind any bulkhead that I put in. Here's the seating that I did in the aft section. I'll give you a better view of it in a second. Here it is with me standing on the cabin top. It was quite comfortable. Lots of storage and flotation. I made new handrails out of Starboard marine plastic, which I've never used before. It's stuff's amazing. It machines beautifully. It table saws like butter. Apparently it's long lasting in the UV. So these are exact duplicates of what were there in oak. These are the sliding windows from the inside. I'll show you how they slide really nicely. So there it is. Now I've got ability to have a nice fresh breeze when I'm driving the boat, sitting in the helm seat right here. Close that up again. There you go, sliding windows. I'm going to take a day off and think about what I'm going to do next. I might redo the head. You can see it's off center and crooked and also on an angle. So just like everything else in the boat, it was a little bit Mickey Mouse. So I might redo that next. Or I might work on the bonding system. Run some copper wire from the zinc. You can see where the bolts are, where the zinc is on the outside of the hull. So I'll run some copper wire from that to all the metal fittings in the boat and the engine. And what else could I work on? Oh, I could make an engine box. I'm quite looking forward to that. That's actually woodworking, which I enjoy doing, and that'll make a big difference. So I'll think of something. I'm taking a day off, and then I'll get back to work. So I know you all want to see what the finished product's going to be like.